Hello, my name is Ken, K9KEN, from hamradionation.com. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about the shortwave database that is included in Ham Radio Deluxe. This is in all versions. I believe it was in 4. I'm not positive, but I know it definitely was in 5, and this is also included in the new version 6. So as you can tell, let's close this here real quick. When you first open your Ham Radio Deluxe, you're going to be looking at this screen here, the radio control screen. Up here we have a button that says SW Data. You're going to give that a click. That'll open up the database that's down here. You can also get to that by going to Tools, sliding down here, and selecting Shortwave Database. That will also open it. Okay, this is the Shortwave Database window. HRD ships with this completely blank and does not provide a file for this, but I'm going to provide you with that file. It might be a little bit out of date, but the data is still good. I use the shortwave database all the time. I mean, there may be a few things that changed in the middle of nowhere, and there may be a few changes, but the file is still good. Tiny bit out of date, but still good. So we're going to come down here to the second button that says Options. And you're going to give that a click. That's going to pull up a dialog that is prompting you for the location of the text file. I am going to provide you with this text file in a zip in the description. You're going to need to download it, unzip it, and stash it somewhere where you can find it, because you're going to need to point this to it and use it to load the database. So I've got mine on my desktop, so let's give this a click here. Mute my firewall there. And let's see, find the file. There it is. And you'll notice once I told it where the file was, this automatically filled all this in. Now, as you can see, there is quite a bit of stuff in here. Now, not all these are valid at this point. This list is from 2011, but very little of this has changed as long as you know the time and the frequency of when this stuff is active. You'll have pretty good luck with the database. You do need to pay attention to the time codes and the location and language that they're speaking and stuff, because you know, if you're an American, you speak English, and then you click on some link that is a Japanese station out of Japan intended for Japanese stations from Asia, chances are you're not going to be able to receive that station. But if you got yourself a good beam and stuff, you never know, you might just be able to. As you notice, it shows the frequency, the time, the language, the location, the country, and its target market. So pay attention to any of that, and it'll definitely help you out, or for that matter, even sort it by country or language. And you have a lot of fun looking around and listening to some of this stuff. Let's see, what else do we got here? We got a search button, shortwave database filter. You can filter out things, or have it pull up just things you want, like you want only stations that are, say, in English, so you would filter out everything but the English, so on and so forth. You got a button here, the third one down, that is mode AM. Most of this, almost all of this shortwave stuff is AM. And you can see it changed my frequency here, but it left it in LSB, lower sideband. So you're going to need to come back here, click the AM button, and you'll notice it changed my mode to AM. So be aware of that. See, what do we got here? The plus and minus changes the size of the text in the database, as you can see here. I'm getting blind in my old age, so I kind of keep it at maximum so I can actually still read it. Anyway, that is the shortwave database and how to install it. It's pretty simple, basic, and straightforward. I'm going to provide you with a link in the description to this video that links back to Ham Radio Nation, and I'll stick the file out on the server for anybody who's willing to grab it. The file is going to be in a zip format. Actually, it's going to be in RAR format. If you have any experience zipping and unzipping files, you've probably come across that. If not, WinZip should do the trick. If for some reason you can't get WinZip to open it, or you've got an older version that doesn't accept the RAR files, you can go to rarlabs.com and download the free RAR Labs program, and that will unzip the RAR files, any zip files or LHH files or anything that's pretty much an archive that program can handle. And once you get it and you install it, you'll probably like it and want to dump the WinZip altogether. Got a little reporter bleeding here. Let's turn that off. Yeah, like I said, I'll have a link in the description to the file. You simply install it by highlighting it, the SW data up here, and come down here, go to options, and point to the file. It'll automatically populate all this other stuff. I hope you have some fun. My name is Ken, K9KEN from Ham Radio Nation.